Hello everybody, Bonkotzu here, and welcome to a little bit of a different video than what I usually make. Don't worry, there's a reaction video coming pretty soon right after this that I had no idea happened. Either way, I kind of wanted to talk about the whole Angel versus Angel thing that I've been seeing going around a lot ever since her trailer came out, which I don't remember it being a thing at all. It might just have been the fact that I was out of touch with KOF for a very long time, so it might be that, but I don't remember it being such a heavily pushed thing of you have to call her Angel. Her name is Angel. Every time you refer to her, it's Angel. You don't say Angel. That's a little bit weird for me to kind of hear and find out as I was watching other people talking about Angel's trailer and reacting to Angel's trailer. Now, you may have noticed every time I've referred to her in these first few minutes, I've said Angel, and I'll get to that in a second. But basically, I have 3 points to make, more or less. Point number 1 is, first of all, does it really matter? Coming from me personally, and I feel like it might be, this opinion might be different from everybody, specifically now, specifically in the current social climate that we live nowadays, where everyone is trying to be as politically correct as possible, and you're not allowed to misinterpret anybody else's culture or language that they come from and shit. I personally, as a full Mexican, 100% Mexican, raised in Mexico, born from Mexican parents, lived in Mexico for many of years, learned Spanish and English exactly at the same time, lived on a farm, rode horses, eat tacos. I know what the right side of a fucking tortilla is. All right, 100% Mexican. Coming from me personally, it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. And I feel the people that I have talked to about it with, my friends that I still have in Mexico, I talked with them about this, and they mostly conveyed the same thing that I feel, is whereas it doesn't fucking matter. Like, if you want to call her Angel, it's fine, specifically if you're in anywhere else that is not Mexico. If you're in Mexico, you're not going to be calling her Angel, because you're obviously going to be speaking Spanish, therefore you're going to be saying Angel. So it makes no sense if you're in Mexico having a Spanish conversation to say Angel. It makes no sense. So, coming from my viewpoint, my standpoint, I don't care if you call her Angel, if you call her Angel, if you call her fucking whatever. I don't care, and it doesn't really matter. Now, point number 2, it is very much a situational thing. It depends on the situation. If you want to call her Angel, if you want to go out of your way and get the pronunciation right and call her Angel every time you refer to her, it's appreciated, sure, especially if you don't come from a Spanish speaking background, or if Spanish is not your first language at all and you're not Hispanic in any way, and every time you say it, you say Angel, it is appreciated. Sure, is it necessary to carve it into your head that every time you want to refer to this one character, you got to say Angel. It is not. If you are having a Spanish conversation, if you are talking with somebody in Spanish and you're going to refer to the character, you're obviously going to say Angel. If you're having an English conversation and you're talking with somebody in English, you can say Angel. It doesn't fucking matter. Once again, that's the second point. It is very much a situational thing, in my opinion. Great example. I actually have two examples, which are going to lead directly into point number 3. In the show Mayans MC, which is a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy, focusing mainly on the Mayans motorcycle club, which is a primarily dominant Hispanic motorcycle club. Almost all of the members are Mexicans, have some sort of Hispanic background. I think there's one or two characters that are actually like they have like indigenous Mexican blood in them, you know, like I mean I don't fucking know, but like Huicholo, fucking Huasteca or some shit like that, you know. I don't know exactly, but there's some like native blood characters on the show as well, but mostly Hispanic. There's one main character. His name is Angel Reyes. He's one of the main characters on the show, and his name is Angel Reyes. And every time they're having a conversation, it is an American show. It's on FX, but they do have a lot of actual native people that are working on the show, which is why I love it so much, because there's so much good Mexican representation on the show. Anyway, every time they're having a conversation with him in English, they refer to him as Angel. Every time they're like, what the fuck, Angel, or some shit like that, they call him Angel. It's happened very few, but any of the times he's having a conversation with his dad, which sometimes are in Spanish, his dad calls him Angel. Sometimes he's having a Spanish conversation with his brother, and his brother calls him Angel anytime that the moment arises. So once again, completely situational, even in a show like this, for example. The other quick point that is also leading straight into point number 3 is my grandpa. My grandpa's name is Angel. I'm not gonna say his last name, but his first name is Angel. And right now he is currently here in the States, and he's working at a dental office, I believe. And everybody calls him Angel. Everybody calls him Angel. The people that speak Spanish, they call him Angel, mainly because my grandpa doesn't speak much English. He knows enough to navigate his way around, but he still relies a lot on Spanish. So anytime he meets someone else that speaks Spanish, he mostly speaks Spanish. So anybody else in the office that speaks Spanish, call him Angel. Everybody that speaks English, call him Angel. Completely fine. He personally has no problem with it. And with this, I go directly into my third point. Angel is a male name. Angel is a dude's name. It is not a female name at all. And I can personally vouch for this because there's like 10 different people in my family alone that are named Angel. It all started with my great grandfather, who his name was Angel something, and then his son was named Angel something as well, and then my grandpa is also named Angel, and my grandpa's son my uncle, is named Angel Cuarto. From then comes, because he was the fourth Angel in the line, and then comes my brother. My own brother's middle name is Miguel Angel, and then after that, my uncle Angel Cuarto had a daughter, and he named her Angie to kind of continue that line, even though they didn't think they were gonna have a son, so it was gonna be a girl, so they were just like, let's just name her Angie. But then a few years ago, he finally had a son and named him Angel Quinto. And now that's just the direct ones. There are plenty more that are like first cousin, second removed. They're like the son of my grandpa's brother's son, nephews, shit like that. The complete like branching of the family tree, there are multiple Angeles all over the place, and every other Angel that I have met outside of my family, which has been very few, like 2 or 3. I've met like 2 or 3 other people outside of my own family out of the almost 20 years that I lived and grew up in Mexico, which for some reason it seems like my family has all the Angeles in Mexico for some reason. The 2 or 3 people that I have met outside of my family that are named Angel, they are dudes, they are guys. Angel is not a female name. And to further progress this big revelation that Angel is a male name, the reasoning for Angel to be called Angel, the reasoning for KOF is Angel to be called Angel, comes from a bet between Igova. Hold on, let me look this up because I'm pretty sure it's Igova, right? Yes. So Igova was a Mexican-based game developer that managed to partner up with SNK for a few games way back in the day, and when the people at Igova went over to Japan to have these conversations with SNK challenged them to some matches on KOF 98, I believe it was. Yes, KOF 98. They challenged them to matches on KOF 98, and SNK got their asses whooped, apparently. And then a few years later, when they go back to Japan to have more conversations with SNK on the games that they were developing together, SNK challenged them to a rematch. SNK challenged the Igova people to a rematch. Instead, this time, the Igova devs would have to play against the main developers for KOF 2001. And so, this time around, in the rematch, in the run back, Igova's CEO, Angel Torres, was put up against the programmers of KOF 2001 to do the run back. Now, if Angel Torres would have lost, he would have needed to let SNK design a character for the current game Igova was developing, and he would also have to pay like $5,000 to the president of another partnering company that was developing another game for them, and vice versa. Therefore, Angel Torres went up against the lead programmers of KOF 2001, and I'm sure you all know how it ended. The reason we have Angel, and K in the King of Fighters is because S and K got bodied by Igova's CEO Angel Torres. Again, a dude's name. Now, to bring it back full circle, the main reason why every time I have referred to Angel in this video and pretty much every other time, the reason why I refer to her as Angel is because I simply prefer it more. Angel, as we know in Spanish, Angel is more of a masculine name, is more of a male name. You hear the word Angel and it is mostly associated with a male presence, with a male imagery. But English has managed to keep the association of angels with a more feminine presence, a more feminine imagery. Therefore, my personal opinion and my personal young stupid Mexican opinion, my very own quesadilla loving, taco eating, agua de horchata drinking Mexican opinion, Angel is a lot more suited for the beauty that is Angel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope anything that I said made sense in a way. Now, let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about it, and how do you guys pronounce the name? I know a lot of you do speak Spanish either way, so I am gonna be expecting a lot of, well, I call her Angel in the comments. But maybe for the few of you out there that do not necessarily speak English, or that speak English and Spanish just like myself, what name do you use, Angel or Angel? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, so first question, just to make it clear to everybody watching, you can confirm that you are indeed my brother, right?
Yeah, I can confirm I'm your brother. Your older brother, that is.
Okay, unfortunately so, but yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunate for me, not for you. Unfortunate for me, fortunate for you.
Right.
So, as somebody whose middle name is Angel, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any problem with non-Spanish speaking people, with people whose main language is not Spanish at all? Do you have a problem with them pronouncing Angel's name from King of Fighters as Angel?
No, I don't. Like, I personally have met people that can't say Angel, so they say Angel, and I have no problem with that, to be honest, because it really depends on the pronunciation of each person and each language.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get it that it's a name, but not everybody has the same pronunciation as everything, and people don't I'm not expecting people to know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's obviously they're gonna, instead of saying Angel, they're gonna say Angel, and that's totally fine.
Okay, so here are the points that I have made, and I want to see what you think about them. First of all, I think it's very much a situational kind of thing, and if you're having a conversation with somebody in English, I think it's perfectly appropriate for you to say Angel if you're talking about the KOF character. And if you're having a conversation in Spanish, then you're obviously going to be calling her Angel, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the pronunciation of each language.
Exactly. Okay.
And plus, sorry to cut you off. It's plus you're being formal.
Right. Okay. And the other point, well, a kind of a side point that I was making is non-Spanish speaking people are not demanded to have to use the pronunciation Angel, right?
Yeah, I go back to the pronunciation. Not everybody's gonna know. Like,
Right.
I'm not expecting you. Like, if you're an English speaking person, I'm not expecting you to say pronunciations of words in Spanish. Like, if you're a Japanese speaking person, I'm not gonna expect you to pronounce words in English correctly. You know?
Well, actually, now that you talk about that, there's that whole thing as well. Like, Angel is a character made in Japan. You know, SNK is a Japanese company, so it's made in Japan. And the Japanese pronunciation for Angel slash Angel is Angeru. So even so, are we gonna go after the Japanese for not saying Angel and saying Angeru? Because like,
No, because that's their pronunciation. Like
yeah,
we know, because we know Japan doesn't have the R; it has an L. And after every word that ends with a D, they add a no to it.
exactly.
And mostly when that happens, and when L, usually what I've been studying about Japanese grammar, reading, and everything, if a word ends with L, they're always gonna add the O or U.
Right. Okay. The other and final point that I was making, and I want to see what you think about it. Again,
Hmm.
going back to the fact that your middle name is Angel, I feel like for the character, Angel is way more appropriate because Angel is a male name in Spanish, and given that the character is Mexican, um, for her to have the name Angel is it's more associated with like a guy name. So I feel like Angel, which in English the word angel is more associated with like with like a female association to it. I do feel that angel in English is way more appropriate for her because she is a girl.
Yeah, unfortunately, here in Mexico, angel is used on more on the name of a male or boy.
Yeah.
There are some cases where you will hear the name angel or angel on females, but it's really rare. Unfortunately, that's our Mexican culture.
And it's mostly Angela, if anything,
Yeah, it's always usually Angela or Angie, which
or
is the
Angie.
same
Yeah.
thing. It's just putting more to like the more feminine side.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I had to ask.
All right.
Uh, thank you for coming on and giving your thoughts on it.
Mm.
I will leave for anybody watching. I will leave a link in the description to his Twitch, which if you guys feel like checking it out, you can go and check that out. He streams on Twitch pretty much every single day because he has no life. Um,
Right.
and you are gonna be checking back into KOF pretty soon, right? And other fighting games.
Yeah, I took a break from fighting games usually because COVID hit. Online wasn't really good on most of the fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
I was a really, I mean, I no life the Mortal Kombat 11 usually because of the rollback netcode. Um, but yeah, after that, I just simply stopped playing fighting games. Mortal Kombat stopped having online tournaments, so there was for a reason for me, there was no more to play fighting games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took a break and I've been on grinding Apex right now. But with the upcoming of KOF 15, Strife, Guilty Gear Strife getting better updates and more free discovery on combos and stuff like that. It's definitely getting my interest back in fighting games, and I've been labbing a lot of stuff. Also been on Melty Blood, so yeah, you definitely see that. And I'm also hype with Project L, the League of Legends fighting game. So yeah,
Ugh.
it's gonna be a good year for fighting games, bro.
Well, yeah, definitely. That is true, but um, I don't know, man. Project L looking kind of sus. Anyway.
I mean, it's gonna be a team. If you played Skullgirls, it's definitely gonna be like you're up your alley. I mean,
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll let you go. Again, link in the description to his Twitch for anybody who wants to go and check it out. Thank you.
all right. No, thank you for having me.
Yep. Yep.
Later.